my job in the next 90 minutes is to really try to elevate you to a place where you understand what seven-figure sales is, okay? And actually how to implement that in your life and in your business. In my opinion, and I've been trying to hear arguments on this for 15 years and I haven't found somebody has a valid one. There is no other skill set that you can learn that will set you free financially. None. Doesn't exist. This is it. Sales. Now here's the reason why this is the only one. And by the way, everything else that you're going to do builds off of this, okay? This is the foundational piece that you must master. Not learn, you must master it if you're ever going to be free financially. And I'm not just talking about how much money you have in the bank. I'm talking about psychologically free, emotionally free, and how much money you have in the bank. If everything as you knew it went away tomorrow, today, right? The internet, electricity, your product, whatever. The one thing that would let you survive and thrive with other people is your ability to sell. Now, there's a very big difference in the kind of sales that most of us have been exposed to in our lifetime and the place where you need to come from and the skill set that you need to learn in order to be a seven-figure and higher salesperson, right? Of course, it will get you six figures also, but it's actually easier to make seven figures than it is six figures. I know some people have a hard time with that, but if you don't start putting that in your mind now, you'll never actually get there. It's easier to make seven figures than it is to make six figures. The only reason that we have a problem with that is because we associate making money with trading our time for it, right? Because most people are raised in are familiar with a working class environment where you're trading time for money and it's not much money. So when we think to ourselves, how could it possibly be easier to make seven figures than it is to make, $20,000 a year? It doesn't compute. It doesn't register. There's no cells of association inside your mind, right? Now, so I want to ask everybody a question. Who in here, now I want you to be truthful now, okay? Who in here really thinks sales sucks? Look at the hands, Suzanne. Now, come on, put your hands up and raise them. I want you to be honest. Sales sucks. See those hands? Okay, you're right. It does. Now, everybody wanted to say it at the same time, right? Sales sucks. No, come on. Come on. Sales sucks. Now, let's do it again. Sales sucks. Now, if you'll remember when we were up here earlier, I said that anything that you do, whether it's in this room, wherever you have an experience, if you start to feel something come up for you, you have to ask yourself, what is it about the person, what they said, the thing that I'm being exposed to that is causing this reaction in me? Meaning that there's something about it I don't understand, okay? Sales is the one piece of a business that 99.9% of everybody runs from screaming, on fire, beating people to get away from. It's the truth. It's the truth. I've been teaching this, I've been teaching sales on a very high end for about 12 years to some of the most successful people in corporations, entrepreneurs, people that do events, just all over the world. And it's amazing at how fast the transformation can take place in a person once they start to get what's actually going on, right? When they really start to make a connection in their mind. So, most people think sales sucks, right? So let's take that and use it as an acronym. So write this down. Sales understood creates knowledge and service. Sales understood creates knowledge and service. So sales does suck. You were right all along. It really does. Now, if we're going to change the outcome of the sales that is in our business, we have to change what's actually going on inside first. Your income is never going to grow beyond your own growth. Your income is never going to grow beyond your own growth. Now, everything is sales. This actually isn't my quote. It's something that I heard my mentor say to a very interesting participant in a seminar one time. It was a couple, and they were sitting down in the front row. And he was actually going into his pitch. He was going into his upsell. And this couple, it was the guy mostly who had been going through buying programs, going to seminars, and his wife was just kind of coming along trying to understand what was taking place, but she wasn't completely buying into it. And he said something at the front like, I got to buy this next thing, and it was like 20 grand or whatever. And she slammed her pen down on the table, and she said to my mentor, she said, how long does he have to keep doing this? In other words, how long does he have to keep going through this? Spending money, keep traveling, paying for hotels, keep studying before he makes any money. And Bob, if you know Bob, just casually walked up to the end of the stage and he looked at her and very calmly he said, you only have to until you want to, and then you don't have to anymore. It's actually supposed to be have to, not hate to. But it's pretty much the same thing, right? If you view sales as a thing that is like a necessary evil in your business, you might as well leave today. You might as well leave today. And when I first started, I struggled with this in my head. I could not get past this, and I didn't know why. It was like the epitome of being stuck, right? You're stuck, but you're really not sure what the hell's going on, what's wrong. So there was a shift that took place because, like I said, I was coming from this place where I needed to make money right away. And I decided to do the brilliant thing that an entrepreneur would do is go out and hire a salesperson and a promoter for my company. And after about 3 seminars and the attendance kept dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping, I walked into a room that was for 300 people and there were 4 people in the room. And they were telling me that they were selling the hell out of it, right? Because, of course, that was being positive. Let's not tell David that we're actually not selling anything. Let's just speak what we want until I'm basically walking down the hall, going to the event, and there's only 4 people in the room, right? So I thought, okay, there's something seriously wrong here. And I got on the phone with my coach, and I said, this is what's going on. How do I fix this? And I'm thinking that this person's going to tell me, okay, you need to find a good salesperson, and here's what it is that you need to look for, and this is what this person can do, and here's how you need to manage it. And that's not what he said at all. He said to me, why aren't you selling? And I said, because I don't want to sell. I just want to teach. And there was silence. And there was silence. And he said, do you know why you don't want to sell? I said, no. He said, well, I do. And I said, well, why? He said, because you think sales is something that you do to someone. He said, it's not. It's something you do for them. And like that, my life changed.